Are we ready? So we are ready. Thank you so much, the members of the press and the great people of Kericho County that are here with us today. Our Deputy Governor is here, and the members of the Taskforce that are with us here today. This is a very great day for us, the people of Kericho, and it marks now constitutionalizing the journey that we have taken as a county government. We've been having a lot of engagement on matters tea mechanization in the teaEstate, and we've been having a lot of conversation on the heavy use of machines by the multinationals in the county government of Kericho. We've done these campaigns all through, from the campaign period to where we are now. And I would like to say from the onset that the discussions we've been having is a representation of the feelings of the great people of Kericho County. As the governor of this great county, a Taskforce committee, which, having had conversations with His Excellency the President, His Excellency the Deputy President, my counterpart from Nandi, His Excellency Governor Stephen Sang, and His Excellency Governor of Bomet Bachok, we all agreed that what we need now is a task force to guide the process and constitutionalize our discussions that has been. And this is now a legal cassette team that will be taking over the discussions from here and would work with a framework of 60 days. We expect them to give us their report. The team we have here is a very strong team. Our chairman is a retired captain of the army, and has a master's in security and conflict resolution, and even expand their scope to look into other issues that are necessary with us. It is also important to clarify this, that our mission is not to chase any investor. Because in my view, the multinationals occupied by Williamsons, the other one occupied by Ekatera, and the other one occupied by James Finlay, from me, these are not really investors as such, but they are settlers. They were born in Kericho here, they were bred in Kericho here, and they have these farms and they've been here for a decade. So for me, I don't think even they are investors really, but these are just settlers in Kericho County. And of course, there is always an attitude of settler farm vis-a-vis those who are living. We have seen this in South Africa, just immediately after post-apartheid, and in other nations. And the attitude we have in Kericho is not that very far different from the attitude of other settlers. The other day we saw another one called Tom Jumle somewhere, another settler in Afasha, shooting an African man and saying that I thought this was among you. And this is really the attitude that we are grappling with at the moment as we move forward. But what we are saying is we are now giving dialogue a chance. We hope that they will come to the table, negotiate or renewed without consulting the owner of the farm on how you want the lease terms to look like. So if you ask the people of Kericho today, what is the content of the lease? I'm the governor of Kericho County. I've never seen even the lease document myself. And if you ask any other person here, they've never seen the lease document. So one, what is the lease talking about? And who renewed this lease? Number two, the question of the land rates. The debate is what they are paying us is peanuts. There is no farm in this county of Kericho that is now being leased at around 264 shillings. Even a nigger in the village, the deepest end of the village, is now 7,000 Kenya shillings. And it doesn't make sense that we continue to receive little revenue from the teaEstate. Truth be said, Mama Boga in Kericho is paying more revenue to the county of Kericho than the teaEstate. Because the Mama Boga vendors here are paying close to maybe, even in a market day alone, they pay some close to 300 shillings just a Thursday. If you roll it over within a month, they are paying close to 1,000. Notwithstanding any other licenses and permits that we are doing. Our single permits for the shops in town here, we are doing single permits of 7,000 to 15,000, depending on the business. And you can imagine an investor, quote unquote, an investor, because I don't understand really what the investor is giving the county of government peanuts. And that's why we are saying we are also looking into the lease rates. Compared to other counties, and I've seen this in the coast where minerals are being have been realized, that those counties that have realized they have minerals, they are now taking the lion's share and controlling their land and the space in terms of mining industry. We have seen the Masai Mara Kimbak. At the Masai Mara Kimbak, the Ma and the Narrow community are able to get a lot of revenue. And that is why His Excellency Governor Bati Oletutu in Narok is committing himself to give 100 million to everyone. And they are educating their children, giving them substantial bursary amount, because the Ma Kimbak is actually giving them enough revenue. Here in Kericho, we are getting almost zero from these investors or settlers, and we are saying that's about time they come to the table, we work with the rates. What they are paying is what they were paying pre-colonial, they paid in colonial, and they are now paying it post-colonial, and they are paying now in a modern world. That is an insult to the people of Kericho. Thirdly, we are also looking into the mechanization. Truth be said, in Sri Lanka, they left Sri Lanka because the government of Sri Lanka insisted that they don't want machines, and they left Sri Lanka. In South Africa, they left their plantation in South Africa because the government of South Africa insisted that they don't want the machines. My question is, who is bad? If 1 or 2, 3 countries put in situations and they leave a country, and now in Kericho, we are also saying we are not satisfied with the way they are conducting business, it means that we are just calling for them to look into this idea of mechanization. Kericho town used to be a very active town. If you could see businesses in Kericho, it was a 24-hour economy. But now when you come to Kericho and the environment, you stretch all the way to Brook, all the way to Ngena Road, it is now coast towns. Because the 50,000 workers that were in the teaEstates, they were sacked with no notice, and families were disoriented, and businesses in Kericho crumbled down because the economy fit each other. When you have workers plucking in the teaEstate, they come to town and buy in the town. When you have workers buying in the teaEstate, the villages and the surrounding environment, the hosting community, will supply the milk, they supply the vegetables and other goods, and it creates a sort of a balanced environment where the teaEstate or the multinational is able to contribute greatly to the hosting community. It is my view as the governor of Kericho that the mechanization, much as we appreciate technology, it is my view that we are not ready for it now. We are not ready for mechanization now. We have thousands of people who are living below the line. We have so many unemployed people. When they advertise even a single day that they want 50 people, 1,000 people show up for interview to pluck tea. And I can tell you, it tells us of the frustrations and the desperation within our people. And that is why, for this reason, we are saying that we need to come to the table and work together and think together through this one. And we are still insisting that we are not ready for mechanization in Kericho. And we want them to understand that it's not that we hate mechanization, but there is a better way that they can talk with our team and accept on a working possible solution so that our people get back and plant tea for those who want to plant, and the community continue growing and prospering together. Lastly, is that we have tried to survey and resurvey the land. We hold the view as the county government that they encroached, and they've been encroaching over time. And we have close to 5,000 acres parcel of land in the teaEstate, which is illegally occupied by the multinationals. This 5,000 belongs to the people of Kericho. And they have encroached, they don't have the police for the same. My question is, why is it that every time we call them to talk and have a resurvey of the land, they tell us that they don't want the land to be resurveyed, and they move to court? Because now they have moved to court to stop resurveying of that land. They moved to court, I think, a year or two. The question is, if I want to resurvey or survey my land, why would you take me to court for me trying to survey my land? Because that's the land that belongs to the people of Kericho. And so we are saying this arrogance basically must come to an end. Truth be said, they've been using our water to generate electricity. They don't even extend the same electricity to the neighboring villages. They consume the entire of it. And that is why my big question is, what are we benefiting from this tea estate in Kericho? We see green, beautiful tea, but at the end of the day, the people living along the tea estates are peasants. You see hungry faces. You see tired children. You see people who can afford school fees. And then just at the estate, you see affluence, wealth, and money, because they are making 150% profits at the expense of the people of Kericho. So the profiteering has to come to an end and begin to understand that we can always win together. And for this reason, we're invited. I'm happy the Gipsy Cooperative, who bought a section of the fields, have heeded to our call and have already begun scaling down on the use of the machines. And we welcome that kind of an attitude. But we at the same time say that we strongly reject any attempt to blackmail or coerce us. In the past, they used to bribe leaders. In the past, they used to bribe everybody that tried to say anything. But I'll tell them as the governor of Kericho that I'm ready to lay down my life for this one. It is a cause in history that we must get it right, and I will walk the journey with the Kipsigis people until we ultimately find a solution to this problem that we have. The problem is not only in Kericho, it's also in Bomet, and it is in Nandi. And I can tell the people of Kericho, you have given me this job. I've heard you very well and good, and we will walk the journey together until we get a logical conclusion of the same. While we are doing this, we call upon our youths to restrain from any element of violence or incitement. Let us not vandalize their property. Give space to the team to continue doing their engagement, because we are lawful people and we are law-abiding citizens. But they must also understand. You see, when you see people burning your machines, when you see people plucking tea, ask yourself, what is it that we are not getting it right? People pluck tea because of profit. So when you see young people going to pluck your tea there, they don't pluck tea because they believe it is your tea. They pluck because they believe it is their tea, but they're not getting anything from them. When you see people aggression like that, so to stem this aggression, I also call them to come on the table and let us negotiate together. Because when you come and negotiate, we'll be able to help our people. So we are saying to our youth and to the people of Kericho that let's not take the law to our hands, give room to this task force, and eventually we will get a solution to this. History will always remember us that we did the right thing for our people and for generations to come. Otherwise, I don't want to say much. I just want to, before I invite any question, just maybe the task force chairman, Captain, talk to one remark or two.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for giving me this opportunity and for giving me and my team an opportunity to write a history in this county once and for all. I believe the task is so huge, but I believe my team is up to the task. We are going to play the referee. We are welcoming your views. You've been fronting your views in an unstructured way. But right now, with the task force, you're free now to come so that we can structure all your views and your feelings towards this issue that has been a thorn in the people of Kericho County. Once we structure it, it is going to be participatory, which is under Article 10 of our Constitution. And truly, once it's done, it's going to be something that is going to be a working document for today and for posterity of this nation. So we invite all the stakeholders. The stakeholders are our people here who are agitating for the same. The stakeholders are the multinationals. We welcome them all and we listen to their views, far and wide. And whatever we are going to come up with, it is going to be something that has come from you all. Otherwise, with this team, I can guarantee you we are going to deliver the recommendations which the people themselves will have made, not on our own. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. The name?
Oh yeah, my name is Captain Retired Tor.
Thank you so much. Let me invite Mutai, the NAD Vice Chairman, just in a minute.
Okay, my name is Dr.Mutai, a member of the task force, which was formed by our Moses, the governor. I've always believed in something that happened a long time ago in the history of the Bible. When God was telling Moses to go to Ghana, the Kipsigis man was standing somewhere. And then he cheated Moses to go north, and he moved following River Nile. And we came to Canaan. Canaan is here. In our Canaan, in 1884, there was a meeting in Berlin. It was called Berlin Conference, 1884. All people who were inside that meeting were all white. None of them was a Kipsigis man. We never participated in the partition of Africa. They partitioned Africa, and this man called the Briton, the English man, was given Kenya. Kericho, up to 1902, was in Uganda. That is the history that we have. And then the Uganda that existed until 1902 became Kenya in 1902. And then the Kenya in 1902 was demarcated by a white man called the Englishman, who was hovering up there in the air in a plane and mapping Kenya. And then he did demarcation. He said, this is a forest, this is a white settler land, this is reserved. The reserved land called reserve is reserved. The reserved land, which we find ourselves inside now, the so-called Soin and parts of Inomoi, those are marginal lands in geography. They were not meant for humanity. They were meant for wild animals. Yeah. So they placed us in a reserved land so that we only became the cooks, became the gardeners, the watchmen, their clerks in the teaEstate and black tea. And we did that. And we've done that for the last 100 years. The last 100 years we planted the tea, we tended the tea, we blacked the tea, we processed the tea. And then came what is known as the artificial intelligence. The evictions which were done in 1908 removed our people. 1946 was the worst eviction which was done to the Kipsigis man. He was removed from the most arable land and placed in the marginal land. In a reserved place, we were meant to live in a quarter piece of land, acre, 2 acres, 3 acres, less than 5 acres, my governor, less than 5 acres. That is where we live. When you live in a small piece of land, which is not agriculturally economical, what do? You become a servant. You play servitude. Servitude means slavery. So we've done slavery for the last 100 years. When we ask now, this arable land belonged to our great-grandparents, our ancestors. If our ancestors live there, you evicted them. If our governor will evict you, is it a crime? So if you evicted our people in 1946, up to now, you think the land belongs to you. That land does not belong to you. We also are the first peoples of the world. The indigenous people are now speaking. they are saying the artificial intelligence, which has brought mechanization, cannot evict us now. You know, we were evicted in 1946, and then we played the part of employees. We have done the employee thing for the last 100 years. And then right now, you are coming now to evict us using mechanization. This one, we are refusing. May God bless you.
So I'll ask our Deputy Governor just in 2 minutes to say a word or so.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency Governor. I want to take this opportunity also to commend the Governor for appointing this task force to look into the historical injustices that have been meted to our people since the white settler came into Kericho. I want to assure you that as the leadership of Kericho County, you tasked us in ensuring that we deliver this county to greater heights. And to greater heights means we must empower our people economically. And one of the economic empowerment is to create jobs for our youth, to create an enabling environment for our people to do business. I want to tell you that the issue of the multinationals in Kericho, in 1963, we had the first liberation. In 1992, we had the second liberation in this country. In 2010, we had the third liberation. In 2022, we have the fourth liberation in our country. And I want to assure you that we are going also to liberate our county from the injustices of the historical deeds that happened in 1908 all the way until the multinationals settled in our county. We were taken to the marginal areas. I want to tell you that, in fact, my great-grandfather had to hang himself because of being taken to an area that was not arable. And we are not going to left any stone unturned until we make sure that we get it right as a county. And we want to tell the governor that we have full support in ensuring that we discharge our duty. The task force that has been formed are people of integrity. These are people who will not be compromised. These are people who will not be given money so that they go around and have a report that will not be able to ensure that we get justice to our people. Imagine as a county government, we don't have even title deeds of the land that we say is ours. When you want to lease out land, you usually have the title of your land. Everybody has a title. But here we don't have title deed. We just hear of leases. Our generation, since when we were young, we just hear of lease of 999 years, 90-what years. Those leases we are talking about is actually things that have subjected us to a lot of poverty. And we want to assure the people of our county that we are going to ensure that we deliver justice to them and we deliver a report that will actually unveil or unravel so many miseries that have been going around throughout this county. So thank you very much, Your Governor, Your Excellency, for this task force. We have quite a lot of people with experience, and I'm assuring you that we'll get a very good report within the next 60 days during their term of service. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So, thank you so much. We are serious on this business. Our Kipsigis people are suffered, including the Nandis in Nandi Hills. It's even worse in Nandi, because they are paying 100 shillings per acre in Nandi. And our people are suffered. And it is time that they get justice. It is time we begin to harvest. For a very long time, the blood and the sweat of our people made rich empires from this state. It is time now that we also begin to reap from there. I said one time in an interview that Jesus Christ came to comfort the afflicted and to afflict the comfortable. We have also come this time round to comfort our people that has been afflicted for a very long time, and also afflict the profiteers and the machineries in the teaEstate here, who out of our blood and sweat, they have made riches and riches. You know, we have home guards. When we are fighting for independence, they are home guards. It's funny that in the teaEstate we even have black people. No, who are our own black people. They don't want us to talk to them because they believe they're next to God just because they're working for the white man. I'm telling the home guards, come home. You'll go on retirement and you need us. We'll bury you in the villages by these people. The Muzu will not be there to bury you. So please, come down and come and talk with us. I know they give you good houses there and they give you some nice cows and gardeners. And you forgot that there is a home. So please realize that these are home, these are heritage. You know, the home guards used to fight a lot, those who are fighting for independence. I don't know our home guards. The home cards are not only those other guys. We also have home cards of different positions. I know there are people who will be given money. They will become and say, oh, Governor done this, Governor did that. I hear they are mobilizing a lot of money to keep out to people to intimidate and blackmail us. I tell you, Dr.Mutai can never be blackmailed. He can never be intimidated. So don't ever try that business again. You will run you out of town because we must get our things working well. And the issue is not about me, it's about the people of Kericho, where we want to get justice for them and see our economy grow. And we are open for dialogue. And today, we have firmly laid the ground for dialogue. We invite them now for dialogue. Let them come for dialogue. I hope they'll not go to court, because each time they see us we do something, they run to court. So I don't know this time around they run to court to do what. But I'll tell them, come and negotiate. And this war is not over until it is over. And we'll fight this fight. So again today we have had a meeting with the bishops in Kericho, led by Bishop Cheruyat. We are beginning from this week to collect foodstuff and other necessary donations. We have our brothers in Kenya who are going through a very hard time because of severe drought, and so many people are dying in the different counties that we have in Kenya, from Northeastern and other places to Kajiado. And so today I've asked the bishops to lead in their churches, and we are calling upon all the well-wishers to also donate for this purpose, so that we are able to take our assistance to the counties that are severely affected by drought, and we contribute as the county government of Kericho. Africa cannot cry forever. Africa can also rise and support each other. Let us be a brother's keeper and demonstrate to the world that even us as Africa, we have capacity to donate and build others. So let's donate clothes and everything that we have so that we help them. I believe so much, and I'm not an Afrocentrist, that Africa has a chance to rise if we care for each other, have civility and modesty in how we do our things. So to that extent, I want to say thank you so much and invite any question if there is any. Omis combien? Et quand moi j'ai le machine c'est tout. Oui, ma terminer bichu kingo ibu. Kit tu bichu machine c'est quoi? Ako butambi ka mo lenje galia. Amo lenje mutio. Puta jai bichu amo le banwe red sector Martin kona mge akute ne puta jai joto. And that is why I get up Taskforce ni asoka bi ko ngalale ngalega. Red sector ba gap chai ko le nyolo ko revenue jetiana. Because I think not wages about a city and one corner be next to my major to the Latin shot. The boy go a get for again and another of which I try to all the money rate to check to my major to 10. Look at the mamma boga Jam because she dog like in Opa will week do. At the same time, or over 10 machine check, qualitative kele, Kali among and alal, ago again a solution. This way rate to check your to pick your Kigo look at Passari, in the rejects vitali, I get a electric chang, a revenue wake up sign, go later to Mama Saimara and came back in the Juanet. Now Moon Chongi Kyokuchai to meet in the room. I go get a paragale, machine is you, Ugi Gesha Lang, Gesha South Africa. Almost part of the world Ugi Gesha, Gesha Moon air check as of it attached. Market Ebenet will my machine ship. Could you get all the people I can put that up chai, Cogilia Manya, Manala Peak, Collegiri, and nobody pay no uni, Kumagibi Asara. I go with chai, already gives the cooperatives, Nikel Barret, Nikel Finlights, Kogo Namang and Leju, Kogo Nam, Gobos machine ship, Ago Nam, Cosidivi. That is the way to go. Ogalian and Pichun get a little much of a bit, hanging a lot, and that is why I get your joke if Jit and Amun and Yon Gericho. I will give one over Gericho. On it. So Magisam make a subchain and gap. The young go on, I will Magisam make a subchain. So capturing on the young gap child, and Gamuki Makuti in the Wole, Imbareta and the Migericho, and the Middle Bomb, Coba County about Metagericho. Why check the young cap child not and the young barret. When I'm on the young barret, when the young gap child, go check it every 2 much again, negative to Subu and Barret up Chita, Aguilera on one day. It may Lamacha Manda, Charlie Gini, Coca Gombonu. Like in the Amgo Gombonu, Nigga Damo Moche, you go on a fast exchange, Gitaga, no mucho going to be Sekiway. Kay check it on the mucho when they have any Chokaway. So my check is Sumution and market Kapakutini. Keep one and sending it to the moon, and I want to order them today. Finlands open the road, the public road, which is connecting the region. That is the public road. And you want to see motorists using that road the way it used to be. And we are telling Finlands to stop the arrogance and open that road to Bomet, so that our people can access Bomet and do business in Bomet very easily. And we are telling them to open those roads and open those barriers. So we cannot imagine people wake up in the morning, a public road, they close a public road. And that's a public road maintained by the public. And these are some of the injustices and the pain that our people are going through. So I don't have much to say. Maybe I'll just invite any question if there is any. Yes, Chairman.
One beach book again, go to a Kineba, and go to the Master, go back on one leg and look in the door. And now more one. Then be most of you are transported. Part and parcel the properly have limited action. Unlucky. So also on the authority.
As I say, the equals the task, yes.
I'm going to ask you. I'm a job. I know me siasa. Kogi gondo ikyo to lengri jo. Angala nengi ngabri jo. Ingeso amugura. Kogi ngala le jitur machine tanga jai. Elgi ga ga darbura. Konye ke ngabana no ngala le machine che. Gondo ikyo ala. Komiga masta ino. Ya pili. Ama job so men Taskforce ni go job ngabana. Kitinye kingengele mi mion se jambo mi gap chai. Ai ka sata mi tena enga na ngwa ngi mi se joda. Iro amun jam ga faiden photos machine je ga je. So na da kiti ga ma sa mal. Moi ga ndoi juga la gole. O mi tu kala na mo mi tu.
They will be co-opted in the committee. So now maybe we can stay from there. Let's just get from the members of the press. If they have a question, the press.
Yes, Your Excellency. Yesterday, the Mutai Council of Elders came out loudly saying that whatever is being said by our leaders here about regarding the teaEstate is wrong. What's your answer to that?
You see, when you talk about Mutai, I've always told you I have a problem with this group of they are very idle. They come to the office here, they drink tea, they want fair to go. They blackmail the previous government, they can never blackmail me. Let me tell you one thing. In Kericho, we have what we call the Kalenjin clan of elders. We have another one called the Kipsigismiat. The Kipsigismiat. The fact that you have gray hair does not give you a license to blackmail without any, to blackmail people. And you are saying, yes, they made their sentiments as them. Who sat down and elected a group called the Miat? I was elected by 316,000 people of Kericho. I'm the voice that can speak on behalf of the governor of the county of Kericho. So some funny group there who just come and sit down there and drink tea, and they want handouts to go home, and then they do things. Let them continue talking. I know they have written something from there. They may still go back for more money and give another press conference. But I can tell you they don't understand the problems we have at the moment. The dynamics we have, when you talk about the lease rates, it's a very serious thing. Because the current farms are going at 5,000 shillings. I saw they were saying it's 1,600. Yes, even if it is 1,600, is that the rates that people are renting the farms at the moment? We're talking of close to 7,000 and above. And we want to say that this is a serious issue. They sold, where were they when the Musungu was releasing the land? When they released the land, where this group of elders, where they were they? The elders are supposed to protect community interest and property. So I don't want to say a lot of them because they don't deserve my attention.
Yes. You can play to the other players like William Johnson,
Yes.
Number two, cumulatively, what do you collect from them, from all the companies in terms of revenue?
47 million.
Yeah, cumulative.
Cumulatively. For a year. And the hospital is giving us 100 million. The sick and the dead is giving us more revenue than them.
That land, parcel of land is bigger than that.
Any other questions?
Governor, if you raise the revenue right now to 5,000 as it was proposed, how much would the county government be able to get per annum?
Yeah, we're talking about around 50,000 acreages or so. And what we are looking at, we want to collect something close to 600 million from them or above. That's what we are looking for. Any other issue from the press? Yes. Yeah. Thank you. You see, we put as county government, that was another fraud of our time and we are investigating it. Unfortunately, we also have Black Wasungu, so doesn't care about that. How do we buy our own land? How can government buy its own land? Dukamoja, they forced us to buy a very small parcel at 10 million. How can government buy its own land? That's government land. The farm does not belong to them. And the 1,000 acres we are talking about, and we are going to subject it to a public participation. When it reaches the time to do that, I can assure you that you will not spend even on going to buy. First of all, they have around 5,000 acres illegally that they are occupying. And I want to warn them, in fact, the Unilever and these other guys, there is the 1,700 acres of farm next to Sambret that they are beginning to give out and dishing out. That is our farm. How can you dish out our farm? How can you dish out our land? In fact, I'm writing by next week to the CS for lands to cancel any single title deed in Sambret there. Out of the 1,700 acres, 400 has gone. Yeah. And they have got to rich men who they have been compromised so that they come and now keep press conference. Oh, governor is trying to chase investors because they've been given 100 acres there, 50 acres. My friend, the age of blackmail is long and gone. Those guys must get out of there because that is public land. And that is why I'm saying we are going to resurvey. The assembly will help us and they are going to resurvey the children. And I can assure you and the members of public that we'll get close to 5,000 extra acres that they are occupying illegally. From that 5,000 acres now to the Chipanga to Utakan of Nagai. That's good enough? Yes. All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah. I think for us we are okay? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah.